So if you even casually keep up with politics or popular culture at all, then you probably noticed, like I have, that there's been this trend going on, so much so that people coined a name for it, and it's called cancel culture. Now, if you don't know what cancel culture is, it's basically like some high profile celebrity or even like an average dude will post something online or say something online, and like thousands of people from social media and the mainstream media will attack and harass them, and even like try to get their career destroyed or destroy their reputation. Now, normally, I kind of just ignore most of this stuff for real, because if you get too caught up with everything going on, man, you just get like hella anxious and depressed. But on this issue, I really think the rabbit hole goes a lot deeper than we realize, and I think it really reflects the heart of the culture. So in roll Kevin Hart, Kyler Murray, and Keziah Daum. So just to give a rundown of each situation, Kevin Hart was set to host the Oscars, a lifelong dream of his actually, but some old jokes about him having a gay son popped up out of nowhere. Kyler Murray won the Heisman, also a lifelong dream of his, but some gay jokes he made when he was a teenager popped up out of nowhere. And Keziah Daum posted a picture of her prom dress, but because of its rich cultural Chinese history, someone somewhere decided she couldn't wear it. Now, the media has had a field day with this, and there's been all types of talk about cultural appropriation and homophobia, with the usual people falling on the left or right of the issue. But there has been one thing that's been said that I want to dig deeper into, and it's about the oversensitivity of our culture. I think it's a bit misleading because in some ways we have become oversensitive in terms of people will scrutinize everything you say and look for some hidden motive behind it. But we're also severely lacking in sensitivity towards other things like grace, mercy, forgiveness, and understanding. Because otherwise, how could a black man from Philly who had to overcome all the obstacles of crime, poverty, and upbringing be torn down at the peak of his career because he made the wrong joke? Or Kyler Murray, who had to overcome similar things, be torn down because of something he said when he was a teenager? Or a girl like Keziah, who was attacked, harassed, and almost had her reputation destroyed because she thought a dress was cute? Now, everyone's kept their focus on the people getting called out and maligned, but I offer a different perspective. I pose a question. After Kevin Hart was set to host the Oscars, and after Kyler Murray was set to get the Heisman, the next day their old tweets resurfaced. So that means that the night of the announcement, somebody decided to scroll through all their old tweets, bring us something they said years ago for all the world to see. Now my question is, what would motivate someone to do something like that? Better yet, what would motivate you to do something like that? You either knew what they said years ago and waited till that moment to bring it back up, or you had no idea who they were, and the night they reached their crowning achievement, you decided to look for something in their Twitter feed they posted years ago, bring it back up to try and ruin them. What would motivate someone to do something like that? Are we really to believe that it was a sense of unwavering justice that would cause someone to do that? Or was it something more malevolent, like jealousy, envy, resentment, revenge, a desire for fame and to be seen as a activist and a freedom fighter on behalf of the oppressed, to be seen by men for your quote-unquote good works, as you might put it? They thought that by exposing the flaws and the shortcomings of others, that they might be seen righteous by their peers and contemporaries, but all they really did was expose the flaws and the shortcomings and the evil in their own heart. Now, I don't want people to think that I'm completely unsympathetic towards their cause. I understand that there are things that need to be addressed, and I understand that for some of you, you believe that this is where the truth has led you, and you're truly trying to do the right thing. But you have to ask yourself this question: can you live up to this standard yourself? In fact, can we live up to any of the standards that we love to impose on people? I mean, what if we were to go through all the things you ever posted on Twitter, or all the messages you ever sent, or all the things you ever said? Could you still hold your head up high? What if we looked at all the things you said and did when you were a teenager? Were you as developed back then as you are now? Of course not. I understand that there are wrongs and injustices committed, but man, I'm wise enough to know that no matter how noble the cause is, there's always some good motives mixed with some bad ones in the human heart. So we examine ourselves, and let your fight for justice also be undergirded by grace, mercy, and forgiveness, and above all else, love. Not empathy, not sympathy, but love. Now maybe some of y'all still don't hear me. Maybe some of y'all have never been shown grace, mercy, or understanding. But if you want that same grace that Kevin Hart deserves, that same mercy that Keziah deserves, and that same understanding that Kyler Murray deserves, then don't come to politics, man. Come to Jesus. God bless.